clicked on this video, it's because you want to get a legendary weapon at level 1, and I'm going to show you guys how. If you're doing a lone wolf run, or if you're just starting a build and you want to have an insanely busted OP legendary greatsword that's going to give you +3 to attack rolls, +3 to damage. It has a once per rest attack that can stun enemies for 2 turns, and it does additional damage if you're a githyanki. Absolutely an insane weapon. This is the silver sword of the Astral Plane, and I'm going to show you guys how to get it as early as possible within the first 10 to 15 minutes of playing Baldur's Gate 3. So let's get straight into the video. Alright, so for those of you who have already played Baldur's Gate 3, you've probably seen videos about how you can cheese Commander Zulk. You can use command drop on him in the beginning of the game, and you can make him drop his Everburn Blade, which is a fantastic starting weapon. It's a great sword that gives plus 1d4 extra fire damage on hit. People think that this weapon is busted, but let me show you the silver sword of the Astral Plane. This is a +3 greatsword, so it adds +3 to attack rolls and damage, but it also has an additional 1d6 psychic damage. It gives you advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws, plus resistance to psychic damage, and an ability known as a soul breaker, which, when you use this on enemies and they fail a con save, is going to stun them for not 1 but 2 entire turns. So this weapon's completely busted. I'm going to show you guys how to get it, starting off with Gale. We are playing Gale using the Longstrider, or not the Longstrider, Enhanced Leap ability to kind of just jump around the map. So just from the get-go, we can already make our way over to the Sylvanas Groove. And as you can see here, we want to pick up Lizelle just so I can kind of show off the githyanki powers. But even if you're not playing a githyanki race, you can actually make use of all of the weapons features by using Disguise Self or an item that I'm going to show you later on in the video. So yeah, we're making a beeline straight for the groove. Once you get to this point, you are going to have to initiate a fight where you protect the Sylvanas Grove from the goblins. So deal with the goblins. After you deal with the goblins, you can go into the actual place. I forgot they call it the Emerald Groove in the release version of the game. But yeah, we're going to head on over to Anti-Estel. So once you head over here, this is optional, but you can steal a potion of invisibility from her if you have a difficult time sneaking around. I do recommend you steal this potion of invisibility. It's going to make things a lot easier when you're actually picking up the weapon. But yeah, after you get that, or if you don't want to, you don't have to get it. You're going to basically make your way over from the Grove. You're going to go all the way to the west towards the Blighted Village. Now we're making this look super quick because we have high strength on Gale plus the enhanced leap, which makes him fly. If you don't have it, you can just walk as normal. It's going to take you a little bit longer to do these things, but I wanted to just make it as quick as possible to show you guys the route. So once we get to the Blighted Village, we're going to head northwest over to the Risen Road. We're going to cross the bridge, then we're going to keep going towards the north and the northwest area. We're heading straight to Joaquin's Rest. So at this point, you're going to head on over to this bridge here where the mountain passes, and you're going to run into a cutscene with a bunch of githyanki. We're going to skip that. And basically this is the place where you get the weapon. So using Shadowheart, just like you do with Commander Zulk, where you use command drop to make a certain enemy drop their weapon, we are going to be using Shadowheart to make a githyanki warrior who has this legendary greatsword drop his weapon. Now this guy is pretty stacked and has advantage against the wisdom save from our command drop, so we are going to have to reload a couple saves. For me, it took 3 or 4 tries. On average, it'll probably take about 10 tries, so be a little bit patient here. But once you finally get it to work, our character is going to just kind of commit suicide here. We're going to have to sacrifice them. They stand no chance fighting the githyanki at level 1, so just let them die. You can resurrect them with withers, or you can sneak around and use a resurrection scroll. For me, it's easier to just resurrect them once you unlock withers, who you can get from the Danked Crypt, which is available very early on into the game. And as you can see here, we're just routing our way, waiting for the githyanki soldiers to look away from the weapon so we can sneak in. We're going to pause the game, enter turn-based combat, pick it up, and then we're going to immediately exit turn-based combat and then fast travel out, and we're good to go. We now have the legendary greatsword. It's as easy as that. It's really as easy as that. Just command drop, make the commander drop his legendary greatsword, pick it up, get the hell out of dodge, resurrect your character back with withers, or use a resurrection scroll. And now from this point on, you get to destroy enemies with pretty much the best weapon in the game up until the ends of Act 3 or the later portion of Act 3. So for those of you who do not want to play Lysel for the purposes of using this weapon throughout your playthrough, you can take advantage of the race of passives of this weapon by using a disguise self spell to turn you into a githyanki. It kind of sucks, you do have to assume the appearance of a githyanki, which if you don't like the appearance of that, well, you're gonna have to suck it up if you want to abuse this OP weapon. But if you don't have the disguise self spell because you're not playing a spellcaster, if you have pre-ordered the game, you will get the shapeshifter or the mask of the shapeshifter in your chest, your traveling chest within the camp. So go ahead and pick that up if you have it. If you don't, you are going to have to find a scroll of disguise self or have somebody cast disguise self on you. You could get a hireling to cast the spell on you if you don't have anyone in your party who knows the spell. And of course, once you disguise yourself as the Githyanki warrior, you can just unequip the weapon and re-equip it, and the racial passives will start working. So you get the bonus damage, you get the resistance against intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws, etc, etc. So yeah, this weapon is extremely abusable by any character, and I recommend you guys try it out. If you want to just have a lot of fun dealing a shit ton of damage early game, or maybe you want a little bit of a challenge playing Lone Wolf, but you want a reliable weapon for the Lone Wolf playthrough, this is the way to go. Yeah, give it a shot. Let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. That's pretty much it for the video, so thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.